Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender Show. I'm Mal Lee, your host for this evening. Hope everyone's keeping well out there and you're still staying safe, because in these torrid times we don't know what's happening, do we? Yesterday was the start of mask wearing compulsory in all shops, restaurants. I'm not too sure about the pubs, I don't think so there. I think I'm totally confused about actually where you have to wear them, because you're putting your mask on unless you go into a cafe or a restaurant, and then you can lift your mask to have your drinks and eat your food and talk, and I don't know. Is everyone else confused out there? Maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing, maybe we'll all get used to them. You saw me on yesterday's show, I think I had my mask on. Don't need it in here because we're social distancing. As you can see, it's really, really good. It's a nice spacious studio, and the office as well, we've been working on that tenfold, and the reception area as well, so you'll be welcomed in, no problem whatsoever here. If you want to wear a mask, then it's entirely up to yourself, but I think it's rather uncomfortable, as you saw when I was there yesterday trying to talk through it on the microphones. It does not really give that buzz to what I'm trying to achieve here in the studio, especially when we get our guests in, and they won't be far away, I'll tell you that now, because as I say, we've got to get everything honky-dory, make sure everything's going well, and make sure that each and every one of you enjoy yourselves while you're here with staying with us and doing your little piece on the radio or the podcast, whatever you choose to call it. Anyway, absolutely fantastic. I've been okay. Hope you've had a great week. I don't know what you've been doing. Training preparations ready for the new season. It could have been today, couldn't it? It could have been, or could be tomorrow. We're waiting on hubs. They should be reopening again as from this weekend, maybe. If not, definitely next weekend. But they've got to get all their social distancing in place. It's going to be hard for them because they have the cafes, the toilets, and if you've been to Jeffrey Humble in one of the hubs that were recently built, you'll understand the hard work that the staff have to do there, so we appreciate it. Hats off to you, and I know everyone's been impatient and been annoying you left, right and centre. The phone hasn't stopped, that's what you're telling me, but good luck. You get things organised. Once it's open, maybe it'll all pan out a little bit extra special and a little bit better for you. But I can understand where you're going from when it's coming to cafes, because the Jeffrey Humble, as I say, we've been there over the weekend, and there must be 5, 6, 7,000 people, spectators, including the players, referees, committee members, especially the parents all turning up. I don't know where they're all going to go, especially the new laws or rules and regulations to the toilets, as I say, to the cafes. Do you wear a mask when you go in there? Do you take it off when you're eating? As I say, I'm confused, and you don't need to throw any light on it, because I think the majority of you people are confused, especially if you do go to grassroots football, because I think you'll know what I'm talking about. And referees as well. We have to ask all the teams, the clubs, referees, are you all prepared? Are you all prepared for the big kick-off in September, if it goes ahead, because anything can happen, as we all know. Let's just hope we don't have a breakout of COVID-19 number 2. That's what the worry is over everyone, and also maybe the masks may help to deal with this situation, so we can get on and let the kids have some fun. And please, that's what it's all about. So if you're a spectator, a mum and dad's coach, please stand back, let the kids have fun, let the referees referee. Now, referees, are you having a problem as well? Because on the big game system, or the total game system, we've had referees who are having a little bit of a problem registering. But finally, and we know one referee who's had a big problem, and thanks to Steve Swinnerton, who sorted it all out, was Olivia Henderson, and getting worked up. I don't know whether you referees are getting worked up as well, but Liv finally registered. Congratulations, hats off. We've got another referee on the board who'll be coming back for the big kick-off, no doubt. So we're looking forward to seeing our referees, but as I say, have you been having problems registering as well? Have you registered through the total game system? Have Have you had problems? If you have, then please email the Liverpool County FA or your local County FA, because I do know that the FA did have a problem on there, and they sent Liv a link, and it was masterful. But that's all down to persevering and getting in touch with Steve, and Steve sorting it out for us. So there's a lot of hard work, and please do not have a right go, because they're very, very short staffed in the county FAs, and we know that through Steve. They work to the bones. Many staff are still furloughed, so they're trying to get as much done as they possibly can. Register your team, register your referees, and just make sure that every one of you are all set and prepared, ready for the big kick-off. Even friendlies, as I say, there's rules, regulations coming out, all different county FAs, they'll all do their own thing, we know that. West Riding put on theirs yesterday, they want people to be ready for COVID-19. That boils right down to grassroots football, and you can't register to play friendlies unless you have all the rules, regulations intact. So it's going to be a lot of hard work. I appreciate all the work that you are doing out there as referees, as managers, as coaches, as teams, committees. You're all volunteers, we know that, and it is going to be hard work, but I appreciate that, and I'm sure even the county FAs will appreciate that. But what we've looked at is the COVID-19 officer. Have you registered a COVID-19 officer who's responsible for the majority of things that are happening within your club, your football team? It's going to be hard. Many teams may just look at the rules and regulations and say to them, I can't do this, I can't be bothered doing this anymore. We don't want managers to walk away, don't want coaches to walk away, don't want kids leaving teams. They've had enough because parents have had enough. They're worried about their kids catching COVID-19, because there's a lot to really get done and dusted. As we say yesterday, grassroots football is back, but not as we know it. And as we know it, those days have gone. We all have to wear our masks when we're out in shops now. I'm hearing people say, no, you know, after 2 weeks of wearing them, you get used to them. How much does it cost you for a new mask? You know, there's washable ones out there, but they'll all fade, they'll all rip, you know, because they're only pieces of cloth, aren't they? We all know when you've had your clothes on for one day, you come in, you throw your mask in the washing machine as well. You'll have 7 masks, no doubt, one for each day, and I can imagine what's going to happen in grassroots football when all the kids start wearing their masks. It's going to look absolutely adorable, to say the least, I can imagine, because they'll coincide with the colour of the kits, but I wouldn't advise to wear them while the kids are playing football, because it is really, really hard to breathe. I find it hard to breathe when I'm wearing a mask out and about. You saw that yesterday, 30 seconds on air, I put a mask on and I found it hard there. I was sweating, but it is a warm room, I suppose, in the studio. But I can't see us having kids wearing masks when it comes to playing football. I think that health and safety would step in there. We just don't want that, do we? No, we don't. We just want great football. We want kids enjoying themselves, developing their skills to carry on doing that. We want referees to be allowed to carry on. No verbal abuse, no aggressive behaviour, no racist comments, no bullying towards them. Let them get on with their jobs. And parents, irate, if you're irate, the lesson is to you, it's simple. Antivirus, and to combat that, you stay at home. Let the kids play, let the referees referee, let the coaches do their job on and off the field of play. Let's all make grassroots football work together when it actually does come back. And respect, that is going to be a major plus, but don't cross the line. We've been bringing people together since 2003. I don't think that is going to change anymore. I really don't. I think we're going to be going on and on. Maybe a different sort of virus on the touchlines with COVID-19, joining forces with that. We don't want that. We want everyone to enjoy themselves. We want all grassroots organisations to be a team, to work together, not to single out themselves as the best in the world. We can't. We've been, as I say, bringing people together since 2003, and we'll carry on doing that. We don't aim to be the best. We just want to work with people. We want to make sure that everyone is enjoying football, especially the children out there. It's a new thing for them as well. COVID-19, they've been cooped up for many an hour a day. We saw social media when COVID-19 was absolutely possible to get on with, to be honest. And you know, you saw them all having fun in the gardens, kicking a ball, keeping the ball up, toilet rolls, you name it. They were trying everything to keep us all entertained, and you know what, it worked, because I enjoyed watching social media. But if you've got any worries about COVID-19 and a big comeback for grassroots football, simply give us drop us a line, mal@don'ttexttheline.com, add me as a friend on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the social network sites. Get in touch with me, add us as a friend, and I'll certainly add you back. There's plenty of you all registering with us. We've got our Respect website as well, which is www.respect.org. Why don't you have a little look on that and see what it is all about, referees, because at the end of the day, those referees are the main target for verbal abuse and aggressive behaviour. We all know that. And not just from parents, it's also, there's a lot of coaches out there who do exactly the same, will question every referee's decision, won't let the referee get on with it. The referee never ever questions your coaching decisions, so I always wonder why do you ask their opinion, because they've gone and done their course, like you've done your level 1 course, level 2, whatever it may be. You might be higher than that, but I've noticed when coaches go very, very high indeed, they never question a referee. They're always there encouraging the kids to play, putting a smile on their faces, and that's the way all coaches, in my opinion, should act as well, because I think grassroots football should be enjoyable, just like school is now for the kids, because I've never known so many kids want to get back to school. They've had so much time off, they're raring to go. In my days, dear me, if that had happened to us, I think there'd have been parties every single night. We'd have left school very, very early and never would have wanted to go back, because there was no activities, no stuff that they've got now help them to get on with life and enjoy life. The teachers are absolutely brilliant as well, you see them. So hats off to all those. And I believe you're getting a pay rise, and those social care workers are not getting a pay rise. What is happening? I don't know. We need your support to get a pay rise, and the nurses as well. Working right the way through COVID-19, and we're snubbed by the government. Wow. What more could we say? Anyway, we'll work hard no matter what. We're here to stay. And as I say, we don't cross the line as well. Not-for-profit organisation, by the way, 18 years we've been together, and we're working together as a voluntary organisation. We'd love to see some sponsors getting in touch with us, because when you see this, we'll invite you in, and I'm sure we'll have quite a few sponsors interested in getting involved in the work that we're doing. We've got loads to plan, we've got loads to talk about, and there's still no news, by the way, about our summer camp. I'll let you know as soon as, because people are sending me messages. Have you heard anything? No, we haven't. And as I say, social distancing, we've got to make sure that that is all included, to make sure all the kids are safe. I wonder who the COVID-19 officer is going to be. Say no more. Anyway, let's just, if you're a COVID-19 officer and you're looking forward to the task in front of you, we'd love to hear from you. If you're not a COVID-19 officer and people want to nominate you and you're worried about it, we want to hear from you as well. We want to hear from you, managers, coaches, referees, everyone who's involved in grassroots football, and committees as well. Have you got concerns? Drop us a line, let us know, and we'll put them out on air here. We'll even have you in as a guest before the big season kicks off. We've got a list now, it's grown, it's like that, and I must admit, we're looking forward to getting through that and inviting people in, and there's going to be some nice surprises as well. So as I say, we are looking forward to getting this show on the road, and stop you lot getting bored out there with just Mal turning up and being your presenter of the Grassroots Weekender show. But you're getting used to me now. But as I say, you can add your parts in there as well. If you've got any celebrations that you'd like to see with the kids doing, and kids have got birthdays, kids have got other competitions to enter, and things are happening now, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love you. Sorry, I'm wondering what is happening to my show. It's still on the road. I just can't find the end of it at the moment, but you'll see it running through, and I'll certainly get that. And yeah, I found it, so I was worried there, just in case I've done all this show for nothing, but I haven't, and it's just speeded up a little bit today. So keeping the show on the road and making sure nothing happens. Otherwise you'd be just going to DXTL TV from the touchlines on YouTube. But it looks like WordPress and our site, our www.don'texttheline campaign site, is okay, up and running. Anyway, you've got my attention again now. We've done it well there. It's up and running again. So we've got at least 5 minutes left of the show. But as I say, we were asking you for your feedback. If you've got, the kids have got birthdays, parties coming up, celebrations, the family having you'd like to mention from the Grassroots Weekender show, then simply drop us a line. And if you're doing any charity work, you know, Steve Sullivan is still doing charity work. Well done out there, raising as many funds as he possibly can. And I haven't donated yet, Steve. I will do, I promise you, because as you can see, I am totally up the wall doing the show, painting, decorating, you name it. I'm a one-man band at the moment, and I know I've had people asking, do I need a hand? It's honestly, it's all underway. It'll get done. And you know, when you know the way you want it and you've got a little bit of time and you're doing extra time in the office, working towards midnight sometimes, in some cases, trying to make sure that things do go ahead as planned, and they are going ahead as planned. But as I say, once it's all up and running, you, the guest, will come in and we want you to talk about our studio. We want you to talk about Don't Cross the Line and the work that we do. We'd love you to sit in the office as well before you come into the studio, and also the reception area. We'd love you to look at that and give you feedback to all our presenters, all our people who were coming in to see us. I was stuck for words there, wasn't I? Not like me getting stuck for words, but all our guests who were coming in. Yeah, we wanted you to pass it on and how exciting it will look in the future for yourselves. Anyway, we've only got 3 minutes left of the show. This is motion for some reason, and I don't know why. I've just got to keep up with it and look more towards the computer there, the Apple, and make sure that it's all okay. So excuse me for looking away from the camera, looking over there, making sure I'm putting this show together, or making sure I'm keeping on time, and making sure that we've got a million things for you to be interested in. And again, as I say, we've had all views from Australia, we've had views from America, Cyprus. Thank you very much, Cyprus. And I'm wondering whether they allow holiday makers back in as yet. I'm looking forward to going on holiday in October if the government allows us to go. Really looking forward to it, because as I say, my holiday was cancelled in Cyprus for 3 weeks. Anyway, I know Liv's back today. She had a lovely holiday in Scotland, wasn't left alone by many of us, I doubt it, but she's like me. When you go away on holiday, you've always got your phone, you're always responding to people, talking to you, you're always having a little look at what's going on your emails. You can't stop, and the people around you are giving you glares, aren't they, and saying, you on holiday? Excuse me, or are you working? Well, it's all about grassroots football. Once you're involved in it, it's in your blood, it doesn't go away, no matter what you do. You can't hang your boots up in that one, I assure you. It's a lot of hard work, but we get there in the end, and we all get responses back to our emails and back to our phones, our WhatsApp. Not the ordinary phone, because that costs you an absolute fortune when you're away. Anyway, looking forward, hopefully, I'll keep you informed about that. That's October, but we'll have loads done by then, loads of guests coming in. We're getting emails every single day. We'll keep it informed what is happening with Don't Cross the Line, what we're doing on the touchlines, what the hubs are like, how we're going to get the hubs to, well, go ahead basically, and see what social distancing is like. I'm sure everyone is a little bit confused at the moment about the hubs and what we're expecting when we do get back to grassroots football. But come on, hold your hands up. If you're one of these coaches who already had a friendly without all the do's and don'ts in place, we'd love to hear from you. Come on, be manly, be womanly, because there's lady coaches out there. Are you all looking forward to getting back to some sort of or form of coaching? Or are you one of those coaches that we still hear of who are a little bit unsure about what to expect on the big return? Well, as I say, we'd love to hear from you. If you can get in touch with us and let us know what is happening with you, we'd love to hear. But in the meantime, thank you very, very much indeed for tuning into the Grassroots Weekender show. I'm Mal Lee, your host for this evening. We'll be back again tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. So myself, Mal Lee, and all the team here at the Grassroots show, Don't Cross the Line, and Respect programme. Have a great evening. Good night, God bless. See you tomorrow at 7.